This is Hollywood. Matías Bombal with you. Universal Pictures brings us a sequel to the sleeper hit that kept building an audience 15 years ago, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. All of the colorful characters return with the lovable family antics that made the first movie such a big hit, essentially because all families and all nations has the ability to relate to one or another of these iconic family types. The patriarch of the Portocalos family is Gus, and he's played once more by wonderful Michael Constantine, who has had a wonderful career in the movies. He chatted with us about the effect that the first movie has had.
The way people came up to you and loved that movie so much. As a matter of fact, here it is, 15 years since we made it, and I still have people coming up to me and telling me how much they loved that film. I mean, it's astounding. In a sense, it's almost like something that should go into film history because, I mean, I've been in some good films, some bad films, whatever, but nobody remembers them 15 years later. Most of them, nobody remembers 5 years later. And here it is 15 years later, and they're still coming up to me as though it just came out and they just saw it, you know. It's amazing. It's amazing and rather wonderful. There are actually people that tell me how it really affected their lives, you know. Not to mention the Greeks who come up to me and say, "You put us on the map. You put the Greeks on the map." I say, all right, well, I haven't thought of it that way, but okay.
He is good in this movie, reminding me a bit of my own father. And, as he says, he's been in good and bad movies. The Hustler, probably the best, from 1961, where he played Big John. The worst may likely be Skidoo from 1968, where he appeared as Leech in Prison Stripes opposite Jackie Gleason. That's a movie that's best described as a real trip. My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2 continues 15 years after the first left off, and there's another wedding, of course, the need for which develops when Gus notices that his wedding license was not signed. He'd never been actually officially married to Maria, played again by Lani Kazan. The priest will not sign the old certificate, and thus a new wedding must be performed. After the in-your-face family sends the wedding planner running away, they decide to take things in their own hands.
You all want to do this?
Of course we do!
Thank you. Thank you so much. Maybe everyone could pick a category. Food, glassware.
The wedding is on! Pick a category, report to me. I'm in charge.
Actually, Thea, you're not.
Yes, it's best.
No,
It's what everyone wants, dear.
Okay.
We'll just see how that works out. Sadly, this movie doesn't capture the magic of the first movie, and although there are endearing family moments that are real and relatable, the thin plot and story development fails here, which makes it seem like a bunch of family vignettes strung together with no real story, in spite of the two directional elements that the story does have. Where will the family daughter go to college, and Gus and Maria's marriage or remarriage? Fringe characters are one-dimensional and not developed enough to care about. But for the wonderful and natural performance of Michael Constantine, this picture would have caused me to invoke the four bells of a real stinkeroo, but it just skates above it. The Motion Picture Association of America has given this a PG-13 rating. This is your pal, Matías Bombal, bidding you a fond farewell.